here I am. I thought I figured out how to put my intro back, and I can't figure out how to make it go to the next thing. I was just grabbing some yarn while I was doing that. Hi Lynn, nice to see you. Lovely to see everybody. Give me a thumbs up if you're coming in from YouTube. Give me a thumbs up if you're coming in from Facebook. It's always nice to see you here. It took me 20 minutes this morning to sort out Facebook. Oh my goodness, doesn't make it easy. Let me get comfy. I've got a pile of knitting to show you. I'm dropping down the side like that. Let's have a little look. I'll make the screen brighter so I can actually see you. Lovely to see you all, everybody. And here is Facebook. They're all coming. Hi Diane, hi Claire and Jean and Barbara and Lynn, Leslie and Mary Ruth and Rachel and Wendy and Lynn. And sorry, I'm missing lots of names. Maureen, it is cold, isn't it? And it's sodden in Sydney. Cold in Littleton, says Alexa. Hi, Truly Myrtle community, says Judith. She's watching with her granddaughter. Hello, nice to see you, granddaughter. Are you a knitter as well? Is she a knitter as well? Hopefully she's itching to reach for those needles. It's always nice when they do. It's cold and dark on the south coast of Eastern Australia. So, hi everybody, I'm Libby. I'm Truly Myrtle all over the internet. I'm based down here in New Zealand. The sun is shining, but it's one of those tricky days because this last week it's been absolutely freezing. It's like ice cold, and I am in Auckland, which is up the north of New Zealand, so technically it's warmer. People in the South Island of New Zealand will be thinking, what is she even talking about? It's not cold, but it is cold because it's so damp up here, and I can feel that it's snowing somewhere, definitely snowing somewhere. So it's been a lovely cold snap, and I thought, why don't we talk about some cold snap knitting? Because some of you are in it and some of you are going to have it pretty soon. So I thought we could talk about that. You can find me all over the place as Truly Myrtle, and my website is trulymyrtle.com. I sell knitting patterns over there. I'm also the founder of Wardrobe Toolbox, and I'm telling you that because the doors are about to open in about a month. The doors are going to open, what's the date? 21st. They're opening on the 25th of September for 1 week, just 1 week. And then they will shut again and they won't open till March. So Wardrobe Toolbox it's like a club. It's like an online knitting club / I hesitate to say school because it's not a school, but you get to learn about how to really enjoy your knitting and make things that fit you, suit you. You feel like they look fantastic on you and they feel good on. So we do all that over at Wardrobe Toolbox. You can check that out at wardrobetoolbox.com. If you're on my mini mag list, I will tell you when the doors are open, and you can jump on that at trulymyrtle.com/mini mag. But otherwise, you can jump on the Wardrobe Toolbox waiting list. I've been sending out some little bits and pieces the last couple of weeks to that waiting list that I think you're going to really enjoy. So it's worth jumping on that waiting list if you're wanting to come and join us in September. I'll let you know more about it when we get closer to the time. I'm based in New Zealand. And this is a live podcast, and I go out live every single week at 10 a.m. New Zealand time, Thursday morning, onto YouTube and Facebook. So I can see you both on YouTube and Facebook, the way this works. Wardrobe Toolbox is a great community. It is. Thank you, Helen. And Barbara's saying it's a great way to embrace self-learning. It is. I'm not going to hold your hand and do your knitting for you. Oh, thank you, Jenny. She said it's inspirational, Wardrobe Toolbox. I'm not going to do your knitting for you. I am giving you a fishing line. That has always been my policy. Once you understand a few things and you have a few, I get it moments, then all of a sudden you can do so much more. If you come to me and want me to help you every step of the way with everything, then I can do that. And I do help people a lot, and we talk about numbers and we break things down and we have live sessions. We can ask your questions and I will help you with the answer. But I'm trying to get you to a place where you say, oh, I get it. I get it now. I see. Because it's not rocket science what we're doing. It's knitting and it's making adjustments so things fit us. So you first of all understanding who you're knitting for, what is happening in this body of mine, because I think a lot of us, it's not what used to be happening in the body of ours. It's definitely different. And it's just knowing what has happened to our bodies. Who are we knitting for? How big are our shoulders? What are we dealing with around our bust? Have we got a slope at the back of our neck? What's happening in our upper arms, in our tummy, and our hips? And what do we like wearing? What do we feel good in? What actually feels like us? And then once we've got to grips with that, we learn about how to choose sizes and how to make modifications. And we have more and more and more involved modifications. But honestly, some of the more fundamental ones will be just do such good things for the fit of your garments anyway. So just choosing a right size and getting the yarn that works, that is a really good place to start. It's wet and cold in the lower end of the North Island, Jenny. Is it? It's sunny and warm in Canada, Terry. You're just showing off now because Terry's actually from down here. She's on holiday in Canada. Port Macquarie, feeling much better today after a challenging weekend. Oh, yes, Gail. I think if you're the same Gail that I'm thinking of, you've had a really challenging weekend. So it's good to see you back. I hope you're knitting okay. Jess is calling in from Florida. Wardrobe Toolbox has made such a difference on fit, adjustments, and a super community. It's actually a huge part of it is the community. And the knitters who love Wardrobe Toolbox, that join Wardrobe Toolbox and really throw themselves into it, and you can just do as little or as much as you want. But they're so nice. Everyone is welcoming and warm and friendly and encouraging because we all get it. And so there's no silly questions. There's no like, oh, a million people have probably asked that. Yeah, they probably have, but it doesn't matter. You can just ask it again until you get it, until you figure out a way of understanding what we're talking about. Just keep asking. Anyway, it's really nice. And we also have the off social media forum, like a lounge. We call it the lounge, like an old school forum, I guess. It's like Facebook used to be before the algorithm got involved. That's us, and no ads. It's so nice. I'm one of the original Wardrobe Toolboxes, says Judith, and I've never looked back. I'm learning something new every session, and that is so good to hear, Judith, because you've been there 5 years, and so there's a lot to learn. It's like we never stop learning. But I think the thing that makes people come back over and over, because we work in seasons, 6-month seasons, but I think the thing from what I hear, we're in the middle of doing our season survey at the moment as we wrap up this season, the thing that gets people coming back time and time again, because most people come back, the vast majority of people return season after season after season, and I think the reason I'm hearing they do that is because they realize there's still more to learn. They're having a really good time. They don't feel judged. They feel like they can ask questions and nobody's saying, what are you asking that for? They don't feel like that. And there's such a lovely community that it's just nice. It's a happy place on the internet. That's a rare thing these days. How much is it to join? What we're doing this time, Kate, is we're going to have an early bird, because I need to put the price up a fraction because of all of the expenses that go into running it have risen. I'm really reluctant to do that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to have it at the current price for the doors will open on a Thursday. I'm going to have it at the current price until the Sunday, and then the price will go up a little bit the following week. It's not going to go up like crazy, but just a little bit. And so the current price is $38.50 New Zealand a month. But if you join for the whole 6 months, and if you pay sort of 6 months season at a time, then you get a discount. I've forgotten what it is, but it works out to be about $35 a month, something like that. And so New Zealand dollars, $38.50 is roughly 25 US, I think. And I think it's about 35 Australian, and it's probably about, I don't know, what is it, about 18 pounds? Something like that. You have to have a look at the conversion. I'll give you the conversions closer to the time, but of course they fluctuate. But so it is an amazing price for what you get. I'm going to tell you all about it. I shouldn't be talking about it today. I've got other things to talk about. Lynn says she loves my matching glasses in Maeve. Lynn, I actually went and got the glasses from inside specifically to wear with my Maeve. I thought I'm just going to go all in on the pink today. And so I went and got my glasses because I've been wearing my green ones. And I thought, no, let's go pink and purple today. It's a beautiful day in Apotiki. Nice to hear. Barbara says, sewing up kids' jerseys while she watches and listens. Sewing up is my least favourite thing to do. In fact, Barbara, you will be here, I imagine, because a lot of the Truly Myrtle knits, all but one Truly Myrtle knit, is a seamless garment, generally knitted from the top, so you don't have to do it. Oh, yes, Carol. Yes, you've watched all the live sessions. You haven't used this. You've got to utilize more of the lessons. Yeah, I keep pointing you back to the lessons, and I've got to the point now where I'm going to start revamping things and bringing in new stuff that I know and explaining things in a way that I have seen you understand over the years. I've learned a lot too over this last 5 years about how to give you information, and so I'm looking forward to doing that. Oh, you went to the Kaipara Yarn and Fibre Festival on Sunday and met the lovely Lynn Walsh, and you saw her beautiful yarn, Jean. Oh, that's nice. So Lynn is a fibre to go, and she's watching right here. That's really good. Judith, yes, 5 years. I know. It was 5 years in March, so it will be 5.5, 5.5 years. Where did those years go? I don't know. Bernadette says she's another foundation member of Wardrobe Toolbox. I always say it's the best investment in your craft you can make. Learn at your own pace, and it's such a great place to be. It's really good. I'm so pleased. And yes, Claire's reminding me, so it's $38.50 a month, and then it's 210 New Zealand for the season. It sounds like a lot if you're not in New Zealand dollars, but if you convert it into your currency, our money always sounds more expensive. It's crazy. But if you convert it into your currency, it actually ends up being quite reasonable. And I think for what you get in there, it's actually quite cheap compared to a whole lot of other memberships. I keep looking to see what everyone's doing, and I just want to keep the price so that you can manage it. Gay says, in Wardrobe Toolbox Lounge, that's our forum, you can admit to being a complete wally. The latest knit Noah, I somehow managed to miss a whole section, and I was 3 rows in before I noticed. Oh, Gay, I haven't seen that yet. I haven't been in this morning to check. Oh, look, we all do it though, don't we? We all do it. We all make these absolute catastrophic mistakes in our knitting. You can't wait. You've joined the waiting list. Excellent, Kate. Nice to see you. So keep your eyes on the emails. I've been getting some emails together, and I've got some good stuff coming for you, even in the waiting list. I think you're gonna enjoy them. The Truly Myrtle knits are seamless, clear, and gorgeous, and worn on rotation. Oh, that's so good to hear. Gail, and Judith is saying the best therapy for the money. I think that's a bit what it is for all of us, Judith. I think Wardrobe Toolbox is a little bit like therapy, because I think, I've said for a long time now, knitting is about life. There are so many life lessons in knitting, and in fact, my daughter was knitting a hot water bottle cover. I should bring it and show you. It's really cute. Her big sister knitted one and sent us a picture, or showed us what she'd made. And her little sister said, oh, I want one of those as well. So she dug into my stash and we found some yarn. And she did hers differently because it wasn't going to be the same. Different stripes and things. She put stripes in hers. And she was knitting it the other day, and something happened. Oh, yes. She had just ploughed on, and she'd gone into the neck where it's ribbed. And I had said to her, she had to do this twice actually, because the first time she just ploughed on and went into the ribbing for the neck, and I said, I think it would be better if you dropped a needle size to do the ribbing for the neck, because you want it to kind of pull in around the top of the neck. So that was fine. So she ripped back and to get to the bottom of the neck, and she thought she would do that again. She's 15. And then she started again. I said, I didn't realize you were going to do the stripes up into the neck. Okay, well, if you're going to do stripes on ribbing, you probably want to knit the first row and then the second row introduce the ribbing, because then you'll get a clean line. See how you've got the little stitches? I don't know if you like that or not. It's up to you. No, she didn't like that. Oh, she said, I have to rip it all back again. I said, you do. So she ripped it back again, and she, got to the bottom, and I said, see, there we are. That is such a good life lesson, because the more you do that, the more you can say, okay, I'll just do it again. It's fine. I can manage this. I have done things again many times. I've started again. I've fixed my mistakes. I'm out there doing it again. Oh, I'm sorry, but my Facebook page group just dropped off. So that's a real shame. I don't know why Facebook dropped off. I'll see if I can add them again. Should I see? Let's see. It just said to me, Facebook's gone. I'm trying to think. How do I do that? Let me just have a little look. There is a way. Options. It's probably options. Window. No, I can't remember how to do it. Video monitor. File. No, Can't seem to do it. Can't seem to do it. Sorry, people. The people on Facebook, could you just let them know, somebody who is on Facebook as well, just let them know that we're on YouTube, and that hasn't dropped out, but Facebook is being very temperamental today. Okay, so my husband calls me Miss Quick Unpick. That's good, Michelle. Miss Quick Unpick. That's really good. Facebook had been stalling and then stopped altogether. Oh, what a pain, Barbara. It's doing something funny today because I had to reinstall all my software again onto Facebook this morning. Weird. Anyway, I was telling you about the life lessons. I was telling you about my daughter. And yeah, you do. You learn a lot of things. And so I think when we're in an environment where we're regularly thinking about how we're going to do something and how we're going to change, that's hard. Change is hard. And so if we're constantly pushing ourselves, I can do that, I can do that, I reckon I can, everyone's saying, you can totally do that. Or they can say, this looks amazing on you, that looks amazing. And you think, it does actually look really good. I'm going to do more like that. That is like therapy. There we are, long answer. It's so, oh, you're so kind, everybody in the chat. You're saying, it's about $123 for the season. I think that's probably about right. It'll vary depending on what the dollar does, but trust me, the New Zealand dollar usually goes down. It doesn't often go up. So usually we go down. Everything gets so expensive for us and it gets way cheaper for everyone else. So yeah, just watch it. Probably get cheaper for you. And yeah, that's good. Oh, good. You're so kind. Yona said, I'm going to cast on Rebel. I need to wind the yarn because I'm casting off a sweater now as I'm watching. Oh, that's good, Yona knits lots of beautiful things. Gay says, it's so uplifting and joyful. There's so much angst out there, and this is my escape. You and me both, Gay. You and me both. This has been a big lifeline, I think, for a lot of us, just to go somewhere that's actually nice. And it's just can we just do some knitting for a minute? Just look at beautiful colours for a minute. It's been really good. Hint, Maker, Melbourne, generous free pattern online for hot water bottle cover. Oh, she'd like a place to start. You've just finished your second one. I will tell her. She's finished now. It's all done. She's using it every night. She's got her hottie. It's her sacred moment, filling up her hot water bottle. Getting a hot water bottle cover. She's done it in navy, and then it's got a cream stripe with pink through it. It's really pretty. Looks really good. And I said to her, you should make one for your teacher, I think, for the end of the year, because she's made hats for her teachers before. And I said to her, because she goes on these kicks of things. I said, make a hot water bottle cover you've got between now and the end of the year. Easy, get it done. I know it's summer. We don't even know. We could give her a hot water bottle in the hot water bottle cover, so we know she's got one. But I think she would like that. That'd be nice. She could put it on her lap in a cold classroom. The good thing about knitting is you can rip it out and do it again. Yes, I agree. And Jenny's saying, I just now ripped back my very large ribbed hem on 3mm needles. 4 rows to put in a knitted row before it would just make a great difference. Oh, that'll be nice. So you're just doing a nice little band before you go into the ribbing. That looks good, doesn't it? Facebook can't handle all the people one time. I think maybe that could be it, Carol. Facebook is not built for video streaming. YouTube is built for video streaming. So that makes a difference. Oh, you've got to go inside, Jackie, Fred and Sissy. Nice to see you. Okay, I popped in today to tell you all about how it's been so cold here and we've had a cold snap, and it suddenly occurred to me yesterday because I've been wearing this sweater a lot because I haven't worn many really cozy sweaters this winter, partly because I seem to be having my body temperature is just elevated a lot of the time. I just am warmer all the time. And so that's been one reason. And also because I don't feel, well, maybe it's just me, but I don't feel like it's been freezing up here this winter until now. And then it's caught us out. It's like February in the UK. I remember. You think, winter's just about over. I can see the snowdrops. We are on our way out, people. And then, it snows. It's so cold again. Anyway, I've been wearing this one, which is Gingersnap. And she's got, I said there were no pills. It hasn't really got pills. That's sort of fluff attached to my hair that seems to be in her. Let's just pull that off. This is Gingersnap. She's knitted with Southlander yarn, and this is one of the colours that I did on Southlander yarn, Hope. You can't get this anymore, but it's such great yarn. So a couple of things I wanted to mention was there are certain knits I think that we all reach for when we know it's really cold. And for me, I tend to go up in yarn weight. So I tend to go from a fingering weight that I wear a lot of the time up into a DK or a worsted or an Aran or more. But generally I go up to a DK or a worsted kind of weight yarn. And so this is a DK. This is quite a nice plump DK. And it's one of those classic little set-in sleeves. And I put it on the other day and I thought, this is actually a really good jersey. I was saying to Mr. Myrtle, I need to do some more like that. It's a really good jersey. It's a really flattering fit. I love the colour, but she's the one that has the little interesting bands. And so she's like a timeless, classic little set-in sleeve. Now I'm looking at her because I've been wearing her. I can see all this fluff all over her. She's one of those classic knits. She'll never go out of style. She will always be one of those timeless things. But she has these interesting cuffs and hem that just lift her a little bit. I've got 3 garments in the ginger range. I've got the original one, which is gingerbread. It has 2 wider neck for the coldness that I've got at the moment. It's nice in that sort of more, it's not quite so cold, or I have to wear it because the neck is more of a boat neck. This one is Gingersnap, and a lot of people were asking me to do a crew neck, and I did explain how to do it. And I think there's actually a page on my website, where a blog post where I've talked you through how to make a smaller neck on Gingersnap. But in the end I thought, I'll just do another one and I'll put a smaller neck. And I did a few little tweaks to her as well, and so she's a great little fit. Anyway, so Gingersnap, and she's got the nice, tubular bind off and things. And then the third one in this series is Ginger Bliss, and she's knitted with a sport weight yarn, so she's a little bit lighter. I have to say, these pure wools though, they're pure wool, and it's quite a firm gauge. It's not an open gauge, so she holds her shape beautifully, but also, oh my gosh, so warm, so warm. So I've been enjoying that one. I think one of the things I really enjoy about these is she's not huge, and so I can just slip her on, and I've got like a warm top. I haven't got gargantuan amounts of fabric, and so if I'm busy like I have been and I'm working, I've got sleeves that are like these ones I'm wearing. They're a bit slimmer, and I quite like those when I'm really busy because I can pull them up a little bit and they stay up if I'm feeling a little bit warm. But also it's just, I don't know, I feel good. I quite like clothes that fit, that sort of fit me. Like I quite like jeans that are fitted, like not tons of stretch in them. So I guess that's my preference anyway. But I like this. It's a great little set-in sleeve. So I thought she is a good one to reach for when it gets really cold. I thought I'd just show you the ones I've been reaching for. Next one that I thought of is the one I'm wearing today. And so this is Maudie, not Maudie, this is Maeve. Now Maeve, I've pinched back off my daughter because she was wearing her a lot. I'm going to push the couch back a tiny bit, and I'm going to show you. She has got, oh gosh, look at this. I need a chair so I can stand back. Actually, let's do that. She has got this little, see, pockets at the bottom like that, and it goes all the way around, and she's knitted inside out because you actually knit her that way round. Then you've got your pockets and things like that. And she's just a plain yoke. Let me pull her a bit closer to you. So she's got a plain yoke. She's got these lovely long cuffs, but she goes into that section at the bottom with the pockets. And you can actually, you can put your keys in there or something if you want. You put something little in there, but I just like it with a slightly different colour because then it looks cute. Some people have knitted her in the other way, so they've had the lace looking like that. So it's up to you. I just love a bit of texture, so I've knitted her that way. This one, I use this yarn it's Kelly & Co. This is from Skeins. It's Irish tweed. I don't know if they have it anymore. Someone can tell me. I don't know if they do. They had it milled in Ireland, but you could use something like Shelter if you can still got any of that. That's also disappearing from Brooklyn Tweed. I found this one, which I thought would also be quite good. This is pretty much the same kind of yarn, but it's Rambouillet and Alpaca, Swans Island. That is a really similar feel to it. It's actually softer. It's a bit softer than, well, it's not much softer, but it's a little bit softer, this sort of weight. So it's more of a worsted weight. 20 to 22 stitches per 10 centimeters, and this one, I don't know what the yardage is, hang on, 210 yards. I have to work that out in meters. 190 meters. It's probably similar in terms of yardage, so I thought that one might be quite good sort of sub, and the other one I had in here was this one, which is Quince & Co. Owl. And I've only got one skein of this to swatch. I assume they still do it. That's 110 meters for 50 grams, so it's 240. This is actually a bit lighter, but I think that would be quite nice too. You'd have to swatch it up, but that sort of, it's more of a rustic feel is what I was thinking of these yarns. They've got just that kind of rustic feel. To me, adds interest to the tweedy, this reverse stockinette. To me, it all goes together. And when I'm thinking about a knit, I'm thinking about the whole thing, the whole look of it, the vibe of it, as my kids would say, the vibe of it. So I like the reverse stockinette. I like the accentuation of that texture with a bit of tweediness. It's like I'm layering things onto it. I also like it in the light color, because I liked it that you could really see the details where I've got details. I liked that about it. Not to say you couldn't do it in a dark colour, but for me that felt kind of right. Lynn said she knitted her one of these, Maeve, in Southlander. Oh, brilliant. So that's actually the base. This is Southlander base, and you wear it all the time. The thing about this one that I like is it's long. It's like she's tunicky, and she doesn't have massive sleeves. I like that. Again, I like that about it. I mean, I love a puff in a sleeve. You're going to see more coming. But I like that about it, because it's just that slender sleeve, and then it feels kind of tunicky. It's easy to wear. It's longish. It sort of goes down over my hips, and I don't know. It's an all-together vision. The whole thing all together. And she even has matching glasses. So there we go, all together. No more of that yarn. Oh, Becky's saying about this one, everybody comments on the bands when I wear her. Yeah, she's great bands. Jess says, I finally found a more local to you, to Jess, sport weight wool to cast on Ginger Bliss. Excellent. Good stuff. That's good. Barbara's saying there's no more of this. Okay, so we're going to have to think about a sub for this. This is going to happen to you all the time. And in fact, inside Wardrobe Toolbox, this is what we talk about a lot. How are we going to get the look that we want? It might be that you want this kind of look. How are you going to do that if you can't get this yarn? Or if you don't, it just might not be near you. They might not make it anymore. How will you get the same look? And thinking about what's in this yarn, I'll tell you what's in this yarn. This is 100% Australian and New Zealand merino. So it is soft. For some reason, I think it's the Rambouillet. That's like super soft Rambouillet, isn't it? But so it's soft and it's got the tweedy, but all of the things I talked about, layer upon layer with texture and warmth. And this is not a really open gauge. So she'll hold her shape lovely and snug. It's quite a weighty garment, because although it's a woolen spun, so it has slightly less weight to it than you would with something like that, but it's still quite a lot of yarn in it. Jackie said, I knit Maeve and I loved it. I let my mum wear her, but I might have to reclaim her. I'll make another one. Yeah, this is one of my daughters has been living in this, not this winter, which is why I've managed to get it back. So the last couple of winters, she just stole it off me. Helen said, skeins don't do that yarn anymore, but Bendigo Woolen Mill has a similar 8-ply and 10-ply tweed. Oh, brilliant, Helen. So Bendigo's in Australia, and so they do an 8-ply, which is like a DK, and a 10-ply, which is more like an Aran. So I think it would be worth swatching both of them to see where you land to get the gauge that you like within the yarn and what works for the pattern. Lynn said it's my working sweater because of the fitted sleeves. Yes, this one. That's the thing. I can just yank her up, and then because if you get really hot, if you can make this part of you cold, you'll cool down quite quick. And so if you just run that under some cold water, you suddenly feel cold. But I think that's why when we're hot, we just yank our sleeves up, and this is a little bit. If you get that cool, you'll stay cool. Gay says, I'm using Spritz at the moment for Noah. And it's got thick bits in it, and it looks great at the garter. What happened to the chat? Hang on a second, I lost you for a second. Something's playing up today. It looks great on the garter stitch side, this reverse stockinette. A 50-50 mix of cotton and alpaca, so it may not hold well in a jumper. It's quite a big whack of alpaca in it, but I think it will depend on the gay. So you're going to use it for Noah. It'll depend on the gauge. So if you have a firmer gauge, it will hold itself together a little bit better than if you go for a really open gauge. And it might be, Gay, a perfect one for adding the stitching in like I did, because mine is mostly cotton with a bit of silk. This is a pattern we have inside Wardrobe Toolbox. And of course, having the stitching that goes all the way down, it's as if I have seams. And so that top just holds itself together. You'll be pleased to know I finally managed to get the egg out of the front. I had egg on the front last week. I spot washed it and it didn't come out. And so I had to wash the whole thing. I've washed it twice now and the egg has come out. So that's very good. Okay, what else have I got? This is one that people often talk about from my jumpers when they're thinking of a warm jumper. This is one, a lot of people have made this one, I know, and this is Phoenix, and I used a really plump Aran yarn for this one, and it's another yoke. This one does have slightly fuller sleeve, but I shortened it because I just felt like it was just a lot of fabric. And so we go back to that idea of thinking of the whole garment, the whole look all together. And for me, this is sort of the beginning of that thinking, oh, I'd like to wear something that's kind of peasanty, like a peasanty shape. And so she's a full garment, and she has slightly fuller sleeves that kind of gather in towards the bottom, and then sort of cut you off at bracelet length, that kind of length. I quite like it because I can wear top underneath it and the top can hang out underneath, which I quite like that layered look as well. And she has slip stitch color work, which is just using one color a row. You don't have to negotiate colors. And yeah, I just love it. This is quite a heavy garment. It's a worsted spun. And worsted spun garments, they're the ones with all the fibers lying nicely aligned, and then you twist them, rather than a woolen spun where it's all just, higgledy-piggledy with lots of air in it, and they're not quite so tightly spun. This is a worsted spun. They're stronger, and they, but they are heavier. So it is a reasonably heavy garment. So if you're wanting something quite warm, this is a good one. A lot of people have knitted this in a DK. And that's when you get into the stuff that we do in Wardrobe Toolbox, where we say, okay, well, I've got this gauge for this yarn. This is the gauge that I've got, and this is the fabric I like. And so how am I going to make that jumper? And then we can work out, just doesn't take much maths. It's just a little bit of maths to figure out what size am I going to make in my gauge to get the size I want. But we can talk about that in more detail. So Phoenix is another one. She's been very, very popular over the years with people to knit. Just so striking. The yoke is so striking. And again, she's one of those yokes that kind of comes off your shoulders, which I find really quite flattering for a lot of people, rather than having it so far up your neck, because she's only a little bit of colour work. I quite like having it around that section here on you. So that is Phoenix. She's a good one too. And then the other one, which I haven't worn at all this year, but I think last year I wore her, was it the year before? One year recently, I wore this all the time. She was my go-to jersey. And this is Hina. I actually love this jersey. Apart from the fact, let me start of why I love this jersey. One, I love the colour. I love the colour. The green is just absolutely fantastic green. These are all sitting in a pile for me to actually make clean to go to Cairn, so they're covered in fluff. I love this colour. It's such a great colour. I love the yarn. This is yarn you can't get anymore as well. This is from Outlaw, and it was alpaca, dark alpaca, and merino, and I've forgotten what else is in it. It was their Bohemia, the heavy one. Bohemia. It's like a really plump DK. And I just, for the life of me, can't remember the exact blend, but it is heartbreakingly soft. So soft, just deliciously soft and sloppy. And so it's a yoke with these slip stitch sections that go all the way down the sleeve to the bottom and all the way down to the bottom of the jumper. I think she's super flattering, this one. She fits just so well. Again, she has those slimmer sleeves on her, and she has that rolled neck, which if you're cold, that keeps you so toasty and warm. And you make it bigger, you go up needles to make it bigger and bigger. So you could make yours quite sloppy if you want, or leave it off entirely. Some people have left it off entirely because you knit it last. So that one has just been Yeah, I've loved that one. But I've been too hot this year to wear her, so I haven't worn her much. But again, she's that heavier yarn. I like it in the dark colour, even though she has the texture there. I think that works quite well. There's quite a nice sheen to this yarn. Let me just see if you're telling me what yarn is in the fibre. You haven't yet, but it's absolutely divine. So Hina is another one that I think that I put this out years and years and years ago, but she's another one of these timeless knits. This is not going to go out of style. I will wear this forever, I think, this jumper. She's one of those jumpers that's just, yeah, one of those classic kind of knits. I do love a classic knit. So that's Hina. Oh, I keep seeing all these bits all over them. I don't know why there's so many bits on them. Yesterday, I was wearing a jumper and I had to go out and feed the stairs twice with hay. And I was just covered in hay, and hay all over me because I was trying to get pieces off the bales and take them out to the stairs, and I had hay in my hair and hay all over my garments. Oh, absolutely crazy. Crazy, crazy. Okie doke, let me just see. Oh, nobody's watching at the second. I think I must have dropped off live. Streaming. Oh no, yes, definitely are. You're definitely there. I can see you there, but Facebook's stopped. I wonder if I can make that go. No, I can't make that go. Oh well, sorry peoples. I'm afraid YouTube is still working. Okay, so what else did I have? Yesterday I thought I was wearing a jumper. I was actually wearing my double time with the stripes on it, which I love, which is also Lynn's yarn. And I went out in the afternoon. I had to nip out and it was cold, but it wasn't quite cold enough to put my coat over the top of my cardigan. So I threw this on, and I love this cowl. It's so easy to wear, this cowl. It's got a little cable in it. I'm going to show it to you like this. And so this is called, oh flip, what is this one called? I do know what it's called. Just slipped out of my mind for 1 second. Hullabaloo, that's what it's called. And I used an Aran weight yarn from Circus Tonic, so it's really, really thick, lovely and plump stitches, and it's got this huge cable in it, which is totally reversible, so it doesn't matter which way you wear it. And I just threw it on like that, and I feel like once I've got that on my neck, I feel like I'm kind of finished. It makes me cozy around my neck. It's beautifully soft, and it just can finish me off rather than having to put on a big coat and things like that. So yeah, that one is Hullabaloo, like this. See, she's quite long. You could make her shorter if you want by leaving out some of the repeats, but you just knit her from the bottom up. Easy, nice and easy. But if you shorten some of the sections in the middle, these knitted sections, or left out one of those repeats altogether, you could make her shorter if you wanted. You could even just make her, you know, this wide if you wanted, so she's only as wide as your neck. Then you could just slip her on over your head like that. That'd be nice and easy. But that is good. And don't you just love the thick? I just love garter in some of these thick yarns. I think the garter looks amazing, and the cables, they just pop beautifully in that cream yarn and the lovely round yarn. The cables really pop. So there's that side and then that side. So they both look good. Doesn't matter which way around you wear it. That one is a good one. Okay, why can't I see any of your comments? I'm not sure what's happened to your comments. It just packed in for me. Let me just close that again. I'll come back, see if I can see your comments. Well, we'll just have to plough on without knowing your comments and what they all are. And who's watching? I can't seem to see them. It's probably dropped me off again. There's probably something weird happening in the day. I have 2 more things I wanted to show you. So the last 2 are the same garment. And this one, I considered wearing this one today. I considered wearing this one actually today. This is the other one. This is some of my colour as well. This is called Courage, this colour. And this again is on that Southlander yarn. So it's that beautiful crisp yarn. Look how well the patterning pops in that lovely round crisp yarn. It's got a cable down the sleeve. I'll show you. It's got a pattern down the sleeve. It's not strictly a cable. Goes into the rib. It's actually garter, and then it has this lovely patterning that goes down the front. This is like, I think of this as my little Mary Quant sweater, so I put her on if I'm wanting to feel a little bit more put together, but she's not as sloppy and and all over the shop is the one I'm wearing. But I did consider, I think I might wear that one tomorrow, maybe. That would be nice tomorrow. Anyway, that one is Maudie. This is Maudie. Now, what is interesting, and this is, I find this so cool. This is made with a worsted yarn. It's a pure wool. It's a nice crisp wool. It's not scratchy, but it's not uber soft. It's not like the green one I showed you. Not like that. Not even like the cream one I showed you. It's not even like the one I'm wearing. It's not like a super soft Rambouillet or Merino. It's quite a crisp yarn. It's a classic kind of yarn. But look at the stitch definition there. She's just lovely. She's bouncy, holds herself together, fabulous, classic kind of knit. That was the second one I did, because the first one was actually this one. And this is the same garment, which is crazily pilled, which is in my pile for de-pilling for next week, because I have worn this, but this one wants to pill a lot. And this is Maudie, and she is knitted with, they call it a recycled yarn. I think that's basically what's in her. It's also from Skeins. It's a Skeins yarn called Chatswood. Chatswood has a lot of alpaca in it. You can just tell it has an awful lot of alpaca. It has, see the little halo on top of it with all the little bitty bits? It is, it's heavy. It's heavier than that. This is heavier, feels heavier to me because it's the alpaca in it, I guess. It has got lovely stitch definition, but not nearly the same as this. This is so much crisper, the stitches in that, so much crisper than the stitches in this sort of faded alpaca look. This is beautifully soft. It's so much softer and cozier, but she's much more relaxed, casual. She's got so much more of a casual feel to her in this soft yarn. Now, it could also be the color. I think about this grey and I think about more relaxed, casual things, whereas this is quite a punchy color, so that could have made a difference as well. But overall, this is, like I said before, it feels like my Mary Quant cardigan, like a little Mary Quant jacket, Chanel jacket kind of idea. Just kind of nipped in, hold yourself together. That's the feeling I get. This one is curl up and knit, have a cup of hot cocoa and sit by the fire. That's that kind of feeling. Just slop around, pootle around at home, do some bits and bobs. That's this feeling to me, this cardigan. Equally as lovely, but totally different. But both of them are perfect for that cold snap because they are DK and they're warm and they just, you know, they keep you snug where you need it, right round here in that middle section of you. It's lovely. And also, of course, they have a nice little neck that keeps you warm. All right, so I thought I would show you all of those just to give you an idea of some winter, those really knits that I like to pull out when the weather is super, super cold. I have been enjoying myself this last week with all the cold weather. I've really enjoyed dipping into some of these jumpers. I'd forgotten how much I enjoy wearing them because it's just been medium heat. And so I've really enjoyed wearing them this last week, last 10 days. So I hope it continues for just a little bit so that I can enjoy wearing them a little bit more. All right, everybody. Well, I can't see your comments. I don't know what's happened. It dropped out for me. So maybe you're there, maybe you're not. If you are there and you feel like giving me a thumbs up, I would love to see that so I know that you're there. And I will see you next week. Actually, I won't see you next week, but you will see me next week because I am off to Knit August Nights on Wednesday. And I will be away Wednesday till the end of the week, teaching at the Knit August Nights Festival in Napier here in New Zealand. It's always beautiful weather down there. And I'll be back the following week live. But next week, I'll have a little something for you. So when you pop in on Thursday morning, you'll see me. And I'll have some good news for you. And then I'll catch up with you live the week later. All right, everybody. Have a really, really happy week. Do lots and lots of knitting. And I will see you very soon. Bye, everybody. See ya.